So let me introduce myself. So my name is Maisha Chulani. Now I see a lot of familiar faces as well, people I've connected with. For those of you who haven't met me, I am a theta healer. I am an instructor for over 10 years now, and I have been working with various issues with people of different backgrounds. So I am going to be so happy to answer any questions that any of you may have along the way. Okay, so please do take note of them or even type them in the chat box. And if I don't attend to them immediately, we'll definitely get back to your questions at some point on this little webinar. So today I will be your guide as we explore various tools and techniques to unlock your potential and create positive change in your life. So if you're ready to discover your inner power to create the life that you love, give me a yes or a thumbs up, please. There, I can see some. Thank you, guys. Beautiful. So let's start by defining the word power. So power is the ability to do something or to act in a particular way, especially as a faculty or quality. Power also means the capacity or ability to direct or influence the behavior of others or the course of events, right? So those are very, excuse the word, but powerful words there. So you are all obviously here for a reason. And it's not simply to get to know something about yourself and or about your options. I'm sure that is there, right? But all of you here are here because you want something, okay? And you want to know how to get that in the best way possible. And can I say the quickest way possible? You're looking for that powerful tool that will finally work to get you what you want. Is that right, guys? Are you guys all here because you want to get something and you want to know how to get there quick? Please give me a yes. Agree with me. What do you feel? Yes, yes, yes. Amazing. Well, we're on the same wavelength here. Super yes. So with the empowerment that you are going to receive today, I want to know, where do you intend to use this power? What changes in your life would you like to see this year? So I want you to type them in the chat box. And this is for really serious people like you guys who have shown up today. I know you're committed because you are spending this hour here with me. So what are you serious and committed to want to do or attain or achieve this year? There is 6 months more to the rest of the year. And we're all going to be cheering you on and holding you accountable for what you want to make happen. So I'm going to read some of the answers. Manifesting what I want fast. So Ria, look forward to that. Work excellence. I like that. And the rest of you, while the answers are coming in, I want you to start thinking about what else you want to bring into your life this year. Self-love and manifesting what I want. Abundance in money and in love. Beautiful. Okay, so the rest of you, I'm sure, have an agenda or an idea. Self-healing, abundance, and peace. Beautiful. So let's get you there. We are going to look at some really awesome tools that you already have within you to make the transformation happen. So I'm going to give you an overview and understanding so that you can better harness these tools and make the transformations that you want. So let's talk a little bit about awakening your power within. And I see some more of you writing down what you want. So manifesting in opportunities and self-love, do what I'm passionate about, enjoy self-love and pursuing what truly makes me happy and at peace. Okay, and I love these answers because they're not just, hey, I want to manifest a house, I want to manifest a car. We're looking for things that are more deeper, more spiritual, more awakened. So when you talk about awakening your power within, and that's what we're going to do during this hour that I have with you. Awakening your power within is about realizing that you have control over your thoughts, your emotions, and actions. Okay, I'm going to repeat that you have control over your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. Okay, it's understanding that you hold the power to shape your reality and create positive changes in your life. So by awakening your power within, you will be able to cultivate unshakable self-confidence. You will be able to unleash your creativity and manifest your deepest desires. And what you will end up doing, guys, is you will become the director of your own destiny. Okay, you are going to be the driver in that car. So there are 5 ways to awaken your power. And as we explore the incredible potential within each of you, okay, we lay a foundation. And this foundation is therefore uncovering transformative techniques that will empower you so that you can tap into your inner strength and that you can achieve remarkable growth. So here are some of those 5, as you can see. Which one of these are more or most familiar to you? Have you tried any of them? So please type in the chat box if there are maybe 1, 2, 3 of them that you've tried. Law of attraction, beautiful. Okay, and that's quite a common one. Law of attraction, meditation, beautiful. Meditation, I like that. There's a lot of meditators here. Meditation, Reiki, law of attraction. Beautiful. To those of you who are familiar with theta healing already, this will be beneficial also in deepening your understanding of the technique so you can take advantage of it. So we are going to talk about kinesiology, accessing your body's wisdom. We're going to explore epigenetics, decoding your genetic blueprint. We're going to tap into neuroplasticity, rewiring your brain for success. Law of attraction, creating your reality and attract abundance. And we are also going to talk about meditation, harnessing the power of the theta brainwaves. So we are going to tackle and talk about all of these today. So let's get started. So let's talk about accessing your body's wisdom. Your body is an incredible source of wisdom, guys. They hold the keys to your well-being and growth as well. So when you are able to access your body's wisdom, it will create a profound connection within your physical and energetic well-being. So when you're able to do so, by developing your ability to access your body's wisdom, you will be able to physically and energetically feel so charged and so connected that anytime you receive messages from your body, you are able to identify it and trust it and know it instantly. So this is about paying attention to the signals, to sensations, to emotions that arise within you. So when you do feel emotions, you experience something. Have you noticed that your body also senses these things? You may feel it in your tummy, you may feel it in your heart, you may feel it in your throat. So when you're able to pay attention to these signals within you and honor them as messages from your intuition, you are going to be able to identify and understand and communicate with your body well. And one of the coolest ways that you can do this is through what we call muscle testing. Now, muscle testing is a technique that is used in kinesiology. So, muscle testing is an applied form of kinesiology. So, let me introduce kinesiology a little bit to you. So, kinesiology is the study of the dynamics of human movement and its components. So, anatomical, physiological, neurological, biochemical, biomedicinal, neuromotor, psychological, in interaction with the environment. So, kinesiology is the study of the dynamics of human movement and its components in interaction with the environment. So, when we talk about muscle testing, we are using and leveraging the body's innate wisdom and its ability to communicate through muscle response. So, when you feel certain emotions and experience certain feelings, as I mentioned earlier, you might physically feel it in your body. But we're doing something one step ahead. We are actually tapping into your body's ability to communicate and allow you to understand what are some of the programmings or the beliefs that you might be carrying. So kinesiology actually, it uses the process of applying gentle pressure to a muscle while asking a question or making a statement. What happens is when you apply this pressure, when making the statement or asking the question, the muscle will then respond, indicating whether the information is presented that resonates, is true or false for the individual. So just put it in more layman terms, a lie detector test. So your body will tell you what your subconscious mind is actually feeling. So the underlying principle is that our muscles, they respond differently based on the energy or information of what they receive. A strong response is usually an agreement or a truth, while a weak response suggests disagreement or falsehood. So by utilizing muscle testing and kinesiology, practitioners can access the body's innate intelligence to gather insights into physical, emotional, and energetic well-being. So these techniques, they serve as really valuable tools for uncovering imbalances, blocks, or even subconscious beliefs that may be influencing our overall health, our overall well-being. Now, some of you who have witnessed theta healing or experienced the session, you kind of know what we're talking about when we're saying or talking about muscle testing. We actually do muscle testing to test if we have a certain belief. And it's something that you can actually learn how to do on your own. So you will actually understand what are the programming that your subconscious mind is carrying through the process of muscle testing. So have any of you tried this on yourself, or has a theta healer or somebody tried it on you? Please share in the chat box how muscle testing has helped you or how cool it is. I've had so many interesting reactions to muscle testing, right? When somebody has tried muscle testing, so I would get reactions such as, disbelief, because they don't realize that they could carry certain programs, and when they do the muscle testing, it's valid. They're actually experiencing it. I've had the most skeptical people try muscle testing and be wowed by it. It is a super cool tool and technique that you can use. And that is tapping into the body's innate wisdom. The body is the best barometer of your emotional well-being, Esther Hicks. So by connecting to your body, you can uncover subconscious patterns and beliefs that may be holding you back. This awareness empowers you to make conscious choices that align with your true desires. Because if you do really know what your subconscious mind is carrying, then you do know how to shift it and change it for the better. So here are some simple steps that you can use to be more in tune with your body's wisdom. Number one, you can practice mindfulness and a body scan. You can do meditations that involve body scanning. And when you do this, you are going to be able to tune into sensations and messages from your body. So the more you are able to scan your body, tap into your body's ability to communicate, the more you are able to know yourself, the more you're able to get your answers clearer. Another way is to keep a journal, to track any physical emotional patterns and reflect on their potential meanings. Did you know that allergies or getting itches, it usually signifies irritation? So anytime you are in a situation where you start itching, right? Or you feel an irritation, or there's a rash or something that shows up, that is something that you may want to notice and understand. Oh, what am I irritated about in my life? So if you are able to journal and keep a track of those type of patterns, then you're going to be able to identify and change those patterns consciously. Prioritizing self-care practices that honor your body is also another great way to empower your body's wisdom. Having nourishing food, regular movement, restful sleep. You're honoring your body when you're able to do these. So by accessing your body's wisdom, you can then make decisions, guys, that align with your authentic self. You are not misaligned from what your body truly wants. You will be able to nurture your well-being and live a life full of vitality and balance, and no longer this feeling of resistance. And your body will then become a trusted ally. And when your body is your ally, it is going to be able to guide you forward towards choices that resonate with your soul. So imagine the impact this will have on your overall health, happiness, and sense of inner harmony. So that's just the tip. Now let's get deeper. Let's talk about decoding your genetic blueprint and unlocking the power of your DNA. That is another way in order to harness your power. Our genetic blueprint plays a significant role in shaping who we are. But it's not a fixed destiny, guys. Decoding your genetic blueprint, it involves understanding fascinating sciences of epigenetics. So according to an article from the New York Times in 2018, researchers of California published a study of Civil War prisoners that came to a remarkable conclusion. Male children of abused war prisoners were about 10% more likely to die than their peers were in any given year after the middle age, the study reported. So the findings, the author concluded, it supported an epigenetic explanation. So the idea is trauma can leave a chemical mark on a person's genes, which is then passed on down to generations, to generations, to generations. So this mark that's being passed down, it doesn't directly damage the genes. There's no mutation. Instead, it alters the mechanism by which the gene is converted into functioning proteins, or what we call, or how it's expressed. Okay? The alteration isn't genetic, it is epigenetic. And this is just one example. There are so many examples of how there are ancestors' programmings or trauma that has been passed down through the generations. So epigenetics is an emerging area of scientific research that shows how environmental influences children's experiences and actually affects the expression of their genes. Okay, so our genes are not static entities, but influenced by our lifestyle choices and our experiences. So for example, the way that we speak, the way that we think, and the way that we live can actually impact how our genes behave. This means that when we make a conscious choice to optimize our gene expression, we can reach a state of health and fulfillment that was unimaginable even a decade ago. So this is a powerful reminder, guys, that we have the ability to rewrite our genetic script and unlock our true potential. How incredible is that? Before, we thought that whatever we inherited, we had to keep. But now we realize we don't. Okay? The environment that we talk about, right? It's not only about nutrients, but beliefs that we consciously or subconsciously live by, and the patterns of behaviors we participate in. If you were in relationships growing up or had parents that had issues in their marriage or had issues or were fighting all the time, you might have inherited a lot of programming and belief systems. And if this jumped from ancestor to ancestor to ancestor, then it might already be etched in your genetic programming, but that can actually be changed. I had a client who wanted to manifest a relationship issues, who had relationship issues all the time. And she had programmings from her father that men cannot be trusted. And so she decided, I'm going to be independent because I can't even trust my own father. And as a result, she became so strong and so etched in her ways that she exuded the energy towards men that I don't need you. I can't trust you. So that's how your genetic programming that you've picked up through your upbringing could actually impact and hurt your relationships. So every time in her relationship, things don't pan out because it starts okay and they like independent people, then she gets a little bit too aggressive for them. But that's just because of her programming. So by recognizing the influence that we have over our genes, we can make lifestyle choices that positively impact our genetic expression and our evolution. You are not only simply the sum total of the genes you were born with, you are the user and controller of your genes. the author of Your Biological Story, Deepak Chopra and Rudolph E. Tanzi. So, how can you empower yourself through this information? There are some simple steps that you can take in order to ensure that you don't take on these programmings or allow that transition or change in your genetics to happen. Number one, you can engage in positive self-talk, affirmations that reinforce your desired genetic expressions, not what you do not want. If you are able to change the way that you talk to yourself in your mind, that's already going to create a big change in the environment and the genes around you as well, and within you. Think about what are the types of conversations that are going on in your head, and be more aware and change that conversation. Another way is create a nurturing environment that supports your well-being, both physically and emotionally. Be more mindful about the people that you're with, about the environment that you're exposing yourself to. And of course, we're talking about a holistic approach. So nutrition, stress management, and energy healing can also optimize your genetic potential. So with Theta Healing, a few ways we achieve this is through downloads. So downloads of feelings, clearing commands that are negative, and sending unconditional love, and replacing with positive programming. These are some of the ways that we use the technique and the tools of Theta Healing to change that genetic expression. Okay, so everybody with me? Are you getting a lot from this talk so far, guys? And we're only on topic 2. Amazing. So now let's dive into next the control center of the body, which is the brain. Rewire your brain for success. So historically, scientists believe that the brain stops growing after childhood, much like what was believed about your genes, right? But current research shows that the brain is able to continue growing and changing throughout the lifespan, refining its architecture or shifting functions to differentiate regions of the brain. This ability is actually called neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is the brain's capacity to continue growing and evolving in response to life's experiences. Plasticity is the capacity to be shaped, molded, or altered. Neuroplasticity then is the ability of the brain to adapt to or change over time by creating new neurons and building new networks. So this means that you have the power to transform dysfunctional patterns of thinking and behaving. You can actually develop new mindsets that support your growth, that create new memories, that shape your experiences, that acquire new skills, that expand your abilities, and unlock new potentials within yourself. It's like rewiring your brain for a better and a more fulfilling life. The only limits you have are the limits that you believe. Wayne Dyer. Rewiring your brain for success involves consciously shifting your thoughts, your beliefs, and your habits to align with your desired outcome. It is about training your brain to focus on possibilities rather than limitations. And we have grown up feeling and exposed to all of these environmental um, factors and people who always limit us. Now it's about going beyond that limitation, looking at all the possibilities that are outside of you and all the possibilities that are within you. So, how can we actually use this knowledge and this information, this realization that, hey, we can actually rewire our brains for success? A beautiful way is to practice gratitude daily. So, this is to rewire your brain to focus on positive aspects of your life. If you can, in the morning or before you go to bed, practice gratitude daily and focus on all the wonderful things, it will allow your brain to rewire itself to look for those positive aspects in your life. Another way is to challenge self limiting beliefs by replacing them with empowering affirmations and positive self talk. So, this is something that will also rewire. So, some of these tips are overlapping. So, when you're working on one, where in terms of, let's say, affirmations, you are ticking the boxes for the other areas as well. Engaging in activities that stimulate neuroplasticity, such as learning new skills, engaging in creative pursuits, or solving puzzles. These will also be able to allow you to rewire your brain for success. So, now as we deepen our understanding of the power within, let's explore the art of conscious creation and attracting abundance into our lives. Create your reality, attract abundance. So, can you imagine living a life where your abundance flows effortlessly and your dreams become your reality? Earlier, when I asked the question, quite a few of you said abundance, abundance in love, abundance in money, abundance, abundance, abundance. So, can you imagine that abundance flows effortlessly and your dreams do become your reality? Creating your reality and attracting abundance is actually about understanding the power of your thoughts, your emotions, and your vibrations. And once you understand this, shaping your external experiences as a result. So it's about aligning your energy with frequencies of abundance, manifesting your heart's desire. So we understand this and we've heard this. A lot of you have heard creating your reality, law of attraction, attracting abundance. But what does that really mean, right? So you have to remember that other people's reality and your reality can be two different things. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. Your reality and another person's reality can be two different things. So, according to Joe Dispenza, in his book, You Are the Placebo, Making Your Mind Matter, your thoughts and feelings come from your past memories, right? So, let's say you experience an experience that is, for example, you failed an exam or an experience where you were heartbroken. So your thoughts and your feelings, they come from these past memories. And if you keep thinking and feeling a certain way relating to what you're thinking about, which is your past, you begin to create what we call an attitude about that past experience. So, for example, if I failed the exam, I keep thinking or create an attitude that exams are difficult. Now, if you string a series of these attitudes of exams are difficult, it's difficult, it's difficult, you create a belief. Okay. And beliefs, now that it's created, it's etched into your subconscious mind. And so now the belief is it's hard for me to pass exams. I fail or I'm a failure. And when you add beliefs together, you create the perception. So your perceptions have everything to do with the choices you make, the behaviors you exhibit, the relationships you choose, and the realities you create. Okay? So now the perception is life is hard, exams, failure, better not try. So that's your reality and your perception. Your perception creates your reality. Now, another person may have a different perception and hence a different reality. So if you're not conscious of this, your past could be creating your reality instead of you. This could be why you unconsciously avoid or push certain opportunities or scenarios and relationships away. And your mind cannot tell the difference, guys, between something that is happening in the moment and something that has happened in the past. If you keep thinking about that person that broke up with you 5 years ago, and you keep thinking about him over and over again, the mind thinks it's happening again, it's happening again, it's happening again. So it's creating more trauma in your body. So what we want to do is we want to take that back. We want to take that power back. So according to, of course, the groundbreaking book, everybody has mentioned the law of attraction. The secret, okay, says that like attracts like. What you think about, you bring about. So even under laboratory conditions, cutting edge science has confirmed that every thought is made up of energy and has its own frequency. And when this energy and this frequency of a single thought, it radiates out to the universe, it naturally interacts with the material world. Of course, this has been long known that matter or physical objects are also just packets of energy at the sub-microscopic quantum level. Okay, but let's not get into that. Okay, and so as your thought radiates out, it attracts the energy and the frequencies of like thoughts, like objects, and even like people. And it draws those things back to you. So it follows then that your thoughts become things. So our thoughts are extremely powerful. You are the one who calls the law of attraction into action, and you do it through your thoughts. Rhonda Byrne, The Secret. So by consciously directing your thoughts, cultivating positive emotions, and taking inspired action, you can create a magnetic field of abundance. This empowers you to attract opportunities, resources, and experiences that align with your deepest desires. So imagine the impact this will have on your relationships, your financial abundance, and overall sense of fulfillment. So you need to start immediately. What can you do to start attracting abundance in your life? Practice visualization. Affirmations are great too, to align your thoughts and emotions with your desired outcome. We say that in Theta Healing, when you say something or talk about something that you want to manifest, it comes into fruition maybe 30% of the time. If you start visualizing, okay, then the chances go up to 50% of the time. And if you use Theta Healing to manifest, the desired outcome comes into fruition about 80 to 90% of the time. Okay, so start increasing your ability to manifest. Start visualizing, doing affirmations. That will bring your chances even higher than just talking about what you want. The next thing you can do is take inspired action towards your goals, even if it starts with small steps. Cultivate an abundance mindset by celebrating successes of others, recognizing the abundance that's already present in your life. When you are able to see it, recognize it, show gratitude towards it, you will see more of it. Like attracts like. And one powerful way to visualize and get into a state of creation is, of course, through meditation. So we want to also harness the power of meditation. Meditation is a sacred practice that allows you to quiet the mind, enter into a deep state of relaxation, and connect with your inner wisdom. And when it comes to visualizing your goals to bring them into life, okay, cognitive neuroscientist Carolyn Leaf and board-certified neurologist and medical director says that harnessing theta brainwaves can really help. Okay, so when you are getting into a state of meditation and wanting to access that part of your brain that visualizes, you want to access the theta brainwave. And the theta waves can be manipulated through meditation. So let's talk a little bit about brainwaves so you can understand how. So when we explore brainwaves, we have gamma waves, we have beta waves, alpha, theta, delta brainwaves. So gamma is the fastest brainwave. It's responsible for learning, memory, processing new information. It's above 25 hertz per cycle. Now, beta brainwave is where we are. This brainwave is most prominent when we are awake and problem solving or concentrating right now. So we have 5 different brainwaves, but they're happening at the same time, except one is dominant at a certain time. So for instance, now, when all of that you are giving me your attention here, you are in a beta brainwave. You are awake and you're concentrating. You're trying to get all of this information. And that's about 13 hertz per cycle. The alpha brainwave is when the beta slows down, the brainwave starts to slow down into 8 to 13 hertz per cycle. And this is often occurring when we're awake or resting comfortably. We are responding to any visual stimulation or actively thinking about something. And then as we go slower down in the brain waves, we access the theta brainwave. This is a light sleep stage or dreaming or very relaxed meditative state of mind. It's also known as autopilot. So the theta brainwave actually accesses the subconscious mind. So in order to meditate, we want to get to a space of a theta brainwave so we are able to access that subconscious mind space. The delta brainwave happens in super deep sleep. Okay, so very deep sleep. So why are we learning or understanding brainwaves? Is because we want to understand that we have to access the theta brainwave. Our minds are naturally inclined to judge and categorize new information based on existing programming. This often leads us to reject ideas that don't fit into our current understanding. However, in the theta state, our imagination takes center stage. And if we can break free from the limitation of our logical mind, okay, and access this theta brainwave, it's going to allow us to be able to create incredible changes. So theta waves are dominant frequencies in healing, high creative states, remembering emotional experiences, good and bad, memory retrieval, and encoding new memories into thoughts. This is what Carolyn Leaf said. It's in this state that the world's most awe-inspiring inventions and innovations are born. In the theta state, guys. By embracing the power of imagination, we can tap into our innate creative and abilities and bring forth groundbreaking ideas. So when we learn to use our imagination constructively, we can direct its creative force without the censorship of our logical mind coming into the picture. So when our logical or conscious mind are no longer coming in and censoring us or giving us all these critical ideas, it frees us from the limitation that keeps us stuck in our current reality. So we have new ideas and belief systems that we can put into our subconscious mind during the theta state. It allows us to create mental images, emotions that become part of us. And with practice, these new ideas become ingrained, empowering us to make bold action and bringing dreams into reality. So we need to harness the power of the theta brainwave. And how can we do that? How we can do that is we are able to do that by creating a sacred space in a quiet, comfortable environment where you can fully focus on your practice. So find an area or a spot. Set clear intentions for your meditation, whether it's healing, whether it's self-discovery, or manifesting your desires. You can also access a theta brainwave when you are inducing deep relaxation through techniques like deep breathing, guided visualizations, preparing your mind and body for that theta brainwave state. So meditation is a beautiful way to access the theta brainwave so that we're able to create all these inspired changes in our lives in the subconscious state. And now that we've explored the power of the theta brainwave meditation, let's delve a little bit deeper into incredible technique that takes this practice to a whole new level, which is theta healing. So let's talk about theta healing. So theta healing is the ultimate technique to transform your life. I have given you 5 different ways that you can already do so on a day-to-day basis. You can tap into any one of them. But if you do want to go all the way, so it combines the power of the theta brainwaves, hence called theta healing, with the understanding of epigenetics. We talk about clearing programs from the genetics, the genes, the environment around us, the wisdom of kinesiology and muscle testing, the principles of rewiring the brain and creating your reality. It's a holistic approach to personal transformation that empowers you to tap into your own inner power and create profound shifts in your life. So theta healing is a tool that you can use at any point in your life. The ultimate technique to transform your life, as it has so many different aspects. So how does theta healing seamlessly integrate all of these topics and provides a powerful framework? It accesses your body's wisdom with theta healing. We tap into the innate wisdom of our body through the theta brainwave state. By entering the state of deep relaxation and receptivity, we can communicate with our body's intelligence, uncovering the root causes of physical and emotional imbalances and facilitating healings from within. It allows us to understand how to decode your genetic blueprint. It acknowledges the role of epigenetics and how our thoughts, our beliefs, our experiences influences our lives. Through the practice of theta healing, we can identify and we can release, allowing us to rewrite our genetic blueprint and activate our positive genetic potential instantly. Rewiring your brain for success? No problem. Theta healing leverages the power of neuroplasticity to rewire your brain for success. We do this by accessing the theta brainwave, and we can imprint new positive beliefs and neural pathways, aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with our desired outcomes. Creating your reality, attracting abundance with theta healing, we become conscious creators of our reality. By working with the principles of the law of attraction and harnessing theta brainwave, we can align our energy, our thoughts, and our intentions to manifest abundance and create the life we truly desire. Healing, transformations, and through the theta brainwave meditation, we enter a deep state of relaxation, allowing us to harness full potential of our imagination, unlock unbridled creativity, and you just can learn how to meditate and get to a deep state. And all of this can be and is in one technique that anyone can learn. We've had so many students that have come to us who have taken theta healing classes that have inspired, have felt inspired. The first time I'd experienced theta healing was during a free theta healing clinic. I felt lighter right after the session, which made me curious about how it is done. Then Maisha had a talk where she sounded like it's so simple and easy to learn, which it is. So I enrolled right away. Surprisingly, it is really simple and easy to learn when you have an incredible teacher like her. She has an answer to every question. Like, she made me realize a lot of things about myself, the way I think and feel, and the kind of people I have in my life and the experience I had, etc. After taking this class, I became less judgmental and I chose to look at things as it is. I was able to understand what unconditional love is, as well as true forgiveness and healings do happen instantly, which is insane. I feel so good to have learned theta healing, as I've always found a way to create what I want instead of dwelling on things that I cannot control. Okay, so these are some of the wonderful experiences that people have had when being exposed to theta healing. For me, my struggle was with self-worth issues. When I was born, and I didn't know this till later on in life, my father came into the hospital room and I was a baby, and he said to my mom, "You won, you got a girl." So at that point, my subconscious mind took on this feeling or this belief that my father wanted a boy. And that set the stage or the scene for me to overcompensate. So I wanted to be that boy that he wanted me to be. And I had to prove to him that I was also worth loving. This showed up in so many areas of my life. And I have been trying to prove myself in so many different areas. As a kid, whenever I passed by a toy store, my mom used to tell me the story about how I used to throw a tantrum in front of every toy store to buy a toy. And they were thinking, oh, what is this kid being so naughty or throwing a tantrum? We're not going to give in. But what I was looking for was the feeling of being loved. If you loved me, you would buy me a toy. But of course, I couldn't understand that until I realized and took a class, took sessions, and uncovered this. When my brother came along, I was about 6 years old. All the attention went to him. And the more I felt unloved, and again, I was finding ways to look for attention. These also translated into friendships where I would overgive and people please, even though I wasn't getting equal attention or reciprocation. Even in relationships, I would go out of my way just to feel loved. So, what I ended up doing was giving my power away to others, putting myself as a passenger, allowing someone else to sit in front of the wheel just because I wanted to feel loved. And I didn't know where I was going because I wasn't driving the car. And through my journey in ThetaHealing, I got my power back. And it allowed me to use these tools to understand why I was doing what I was doing. This gave me conscious awareness. And of course, it allowed me to deal with the trauma of being a baby and feeling unloved. And I didn't have to carry that. The truth was, my dad loved me very much. And it didn't matter if I was a boy or girl. I just put in too much meaning. My perception of that memory became my reality, and it took over my life. So that is just one aspect of a beautiful way Theta has helped me get closer to my family, get clearer about the type of people I want in my life, the type of people that I want to create and bring into my life. So there are a few actionable steps that you can take on. Attend a Theta Healing session or workshop to experience the technique firsthand and witness it transform. So you can also explore resources and books on Theta Healing to deepen your understanding as well of the modality. Or what I suggest is you go all in. Consider enrolling in the basic DNA class to receive a comprehensive training and practical tools that you can apply Theta Healing into your own life and support others on their healing journey as well. So this webinar is just an hour of an introduction of what you will learn for 4 days in the basic class. In the basic class, you will receive comprehensive training, guidance, and practical applications of Theta Healing techniques. And it is a space where you can fully embrace your role as a co-creator of your reality and expand your capacity to facilitate healing and transformation for yourself and others. So join the Theta Healing Basic DNA class. Empower yourself for lasting change. So what can you expect? Healing your body instantly, improving finances and success, improving relationships, healing past relationships, improving mental, emotional stability, freeing yourself from past karma and challenging situations, get spiritual guidance and answers, healing yourself and others, clearing negative energies from your body and mind, changing genetic programmings for aging and looking younger, becoming healthier, happier, and a better person, and being the best version of yourself. The basic DNA class now works like a magical pen that enables me to rewrite my undesirable life stories into chapters of triumph. It's a lifetime handy tool that I now use every day to create the best version of myself, for myself and for the people I show up for. It helped me draw the path to finding my way to love myself and my life. This is Sherry, military officer. There's 500,000 students worldwide that have taken this class, and attending this class made a lot of students realize, especially Catherine, a lot of things about herself in many ways she didn't expect. She joined the class with the objective of just learning techniques, but left the class with a new set of eyes, changing the way that she looked at life. I felt overflowing relief and love within me, which gave me confidence in moving on in whatever lies. And we have The power is in your promise. We have an enrollment with confidence promise. If you feel like the class is not empowering you within the first 2 hours, simply inform me and exit the class and get 100% refund. Classes are online now, but we will be doing hybrid. So secure your slot right away. So thank you for your time, guys. I'm happy to answer any questions anybody might have regarding the class. Please let me know. Is getting a one-on-one healing a prerequisite before taking class? Absolutely not. You can just jump straight in. We've had lots of students who have done that and have done really well because we do a lot of demos in class, so you will know what goes on and you'll be able to experience it yourself. So take this opportunity, guys, because our classes are really incredible and will change your life. So I guess there are no more questions. Thank you for your time, everyone. It has been incredible. I have enjoyed myself talking and sharing all this information with you. Oh, amazing. Thank you, Daniela. Look forward to seeing you in class. Thank you so much, guys.